So these are ingredients, guys: olive oil, whole dry oregano, sour orange juice, salt, black pepper, adobo. You could use any adobo seasoning you like, garlic powder, ground cumin. We have some sazon. Also, you could use whichever sazon you like. And here I have pieces of pork shoulder. I cut up some bigger than others, some smaller than others. Okay, so it's your preference what size you want your meat to be. Okay, so I like to put some of the little bone in it, as you can see, because it helps with the flavor. So let's get started with the seasoning. I first start by adding some olive oil and a little bit of sour orange juice. I love this stuff, guys. This is really good when you go marinate meat. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So here I'm adding some salt. You add the amount of salt that you like to your taste. Again, make every recipe your own, guys. I'm adding some adobo. Some black pepper. So while we seasoning here, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. All right, and also that like button. Hit that like button for me, guys. You enjoying this recipe? Hit that like button. And do not forget that notification icon, which is that little bell next to the subscribe button, that is going to let you know every time I upload a new video. And guess what? You're going to get a front seat, okay? So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You would not regret it. So here I'm continuing to season. Here I'm adding the ground cumin, and I also went ahead and added some onion powder as well. All right, and here I am crushing my whole oregano. I always like using whole oregano because when you crush it, oh man, it's so much flavor that comes out of that oregano. Oregano is so good. All right, but again, if any of these seasonings you don't like, you could take away whatever you like and make this recipe your own. There is no right and wrong here, guys. No right and wrong. So here I am massaging, making sure that each piece got a nice amount of seasoning, and I'm going to wrap it up and put it in the fridge, and it's going to marinate overnight. All right, and if you want to do it the same day, just marinate it for a few hours before you start cooking it. All right, but look at how pretty that's looking. Look at that sizzling, and the smell in the kitchen, boy. Ooh, it was good. So this is the next day. It had marinated overnight. As you could see, the meat has sucked in a lot of that seasoning. Now I'm dropping it in some water because we are going to boil our meat first. Let it simmer before we do the final process of the cooking. And here I also decided to add 1 tablespoon of, guess what, guys? Sofrito. And if you don't know how to make sofrito, guys, I also have the recipe in my channel. Go ahead and look it up. All right, so here I had let my meat simmer for at least, I think it was like 35 minutes or something like that. It all depends on the amount, the type of meat, if how hard your meat is or not, the amount of minutes you're gonna let it cook. And also before you remove it, as you could see, I'm letting it drain before we fry it. Taste your broth, guys. Taste it, and if you feel it needs a little bit more salt or seasoning or whatever, that is your chance to add seasoning to your water and let it boil some more so your meat could get some more seasoning inside. Mine came out really good. So I didn't have to add nothing to it, but always taste your broth before you remove it from the broth, okay? And do not throw away your broth, guys. Save it also. It is wonderful when you're gonna cook some yellow rice or whatever. So don't waste anything, guys. Don't waste anything. So here I am frying my meat on medium low. Okay, look at how pretty that is. And I'm telling you, it only took like 4 or 5 minutes. And then the last minute of frying, I went ahead and turned the fire on high for just that one last minute of frying. And that was it. Remember, it was already your meat is already cooked, and it was so tender, so tender. When I tell you it was tender, okay? So the only reason you're frying it is to get that crisp in the outside. That's it. But your meat is already cooked. So now I'm removing it from the fire, from the oil. Look at how pretty that color is, guys. Look at how pretty. And it was so delicious as well. So delicious. Y'all already know I enjoy my food. So here we are going to create a little marinade that I like pouring over my fried pork. So I chopped up some bell pepper, some onions. Here I'm mashing some garlic cloves with a little bit of salt. And mash it. And if you don't have a potato, guys, go ahead and look at my affiliate links below and get yourself one. All right, because if you are cooking with me, we are going to be using morteros a lot. All right, so now I took all my veggies to the fire. I just added a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of black pepper, and my fire is on medium low, guys. We just sauteing this medium low, and I just crushed some oregano. As you can see, look how pretty that looks. Oh my god, and these things be so delicious. Oh my god. So here now that I have sauteed my onions and pepper, I add my garlic almost to the end. All right, and guys, that garlic. I love me some garlic. It's not only good for your health, but it is so tasty. When I tell you, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so here I'm sauteing it for about a minute or so. Look at how rich that looks. Look at how pretty. So now at this moment, I am going to go ahead and add just a little bit of, guess what? Sour orange, guys. Sour orange. And if you don't have sour orange, guys, you could just mix a little bit of orange juice with some lime juice, and voila, you got some sour orange. And look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. So look at this. Now I'm pouring that over that fried pork. Look at how pretty that fried pork and tender, and oh Lord, it's just delicious all over. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Oh Lord, I mean, I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this pork, and also I'm gonna have another recipe of mofongo coming up. I'm probably gonna post it on Friday where I use some of this pork. Stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned for that. Again, thank you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you give this recipe a try. You would not regret it. I promise you. And guys, I will see you on the next recipe, which is this coming on Friday, and it's gonna be mofongo using some of this pork meat. All right, so stay tuned. I will see you next time. Have a blessed day.